Welcome to this explainer. I am so excited to dive into today's topic with you because we are looking at one of the absolute most dynamic and honestly crucial sectors in the UK right now, pathways to MCS solar PV certification. Whether you're totally new to the trades, or maybe you've got some background and you're looking to pivot into the booming renewable energy space, you are exactly where you need to be. We're going to break down what this career actually looks like, how you get genuinely qualified without falling for any of those online myths, and how to set yourself up for success in an industry that is quite literally powering our future. So let's just jump right in. 257,000. That is the record-breaking number of MCS-certified solar installations recorded in the UK in 2025 alone. I mean, just let that scale sink in for a second. Over 250,000 installations in a single year. Demand for renewable energy here is just exploding. But here is the real kicker for you. The workforce? It's just not keeping up. There is a massive skills gap right now, and what that means for anyone willing to put in the hard graft is that this isn't just another job. It's a genuine, long-term career opportunity in a sector that is practically begging for qualified hands.
All right, Section 1, a day on the roof. Let's look at what the job actually involves.
Understanding exactly what you'll be doing day to day is absolutely crucial, and it's a pretty varied list. It all starts on the ground, prepping your tools and materials, making sure you've got exactly what you need before you even think about going up. Then comes the core of the work, right? You're up on roofs, working around buildings, securely fitting mounting systems, and lugging those heavy solar panels around. But hey, it's not all just roof work. You'll also be getting hands-on with the complex electrical side of things, assisting with inverters, routing cables, and fitting isolation equipment. And you've got to constantly test and check those systems while following some seriously strict site safety rules. Plus, you have to meticulously record your work with photos and paperwork. And finally, when the whole thing is done and dusted, you need to be able to look the customer in the eye and explain their brand new system to them in plain English. So it's pretty clear this is a highly physical trade that demands real hard graft, but also crystal clear communication. Moving on to Section 2, the graft and the glory. Let's talk about the honest reality of the trade. Look, let's be completely honest with each other here. There are definitely repetitive parts to this job. You're going to be carrying really heavy materials up ladders, doing the exact same safety checks day in and day out because you absolutely cannot cut corners there, and of course, waiting around on the wonderfully unpredictable British weather. You've also got endless paperwork, cleaning up the site at the end of an exhausting day, and a whole lot of traveling between jobs. But there is a huge reason people love doing this. The payoff is incredible. There's this deep, immense satisfaction in doing practical work that yields visible results the second you finish. You're physically building the green energy transition, powering real, functioning, renewable systems. And every single day, you're stacking highly valuable hands-on skills in a booming sector. So yeah, the graft is very real, but man, the glory of the work is right there with it. Which brings us to Section 3, your genuine training pathway, building the foundation. Okay, we really need to bust a major myth right now, the whole quick weekend course idea. Let me be clear. Becoming a certified installer is a dedicated journey, and it happens in 3 distinct steps. Step 1 is your electrical foundations. There is no skipping this. You need a rock-solid grasp of electrical basics and maths, which you typically get through college, an apprenticeship, or a formal trainee electrician route. Once you've nailed that foundation down, you move on to Step 2, which is the solar PV specialism. This is where you layer those targeted solar skills right on top of your electrical knowledge. And then finally, Step 3 is the MCS certification itself. Do you see how it builds? You lay the groundwork, you specialize, and then you step up to operate under the proper certification. And let's actually clarify that last step, because there's so much confusion out there about it. MCS certification is an industry standard that applies to the installer business. It is not just some quick certificate you grab as a beginner after sitting through a short, individual course. It's so important to realize that when you're training, you're preparing to eventually work for, or maybe even run, an accredited business that holds this standard. Getting your head around that distinction right now is a total game changer for managing your career expectations. All right, Section 4, AI as your study mate, using modern tools to learn. So let's draw a firm line on where artificial intelligence actually belongs in your tool belt. AI is a brilliant, sensible, modern aid. It is absolutely fantastic for taking complex solar jargon and breaking it down into plain English. It can summarize dense training notes, whip up revision checklists before your exams, and even help you draft those plain English customer explanations we talked about earlier. But listen closely, because this is vital. AI cannot and must not replace actual hands-on electrical training. It cannot replace rigorous site safety protocols, it definitely doesn't replace MCS standards, and it will never, ever replace having qualified supervision on site. AI can brilliantly summarize the theory for you, sure, but it's never going to swing a spanner or wire up an isolator. Treat it like your study mate, not your supervisor. Now, if you are fired up and want to start learning the right way, using modern tools to master all this theory, you can do that right now. This explainer has just been a little taster. The full experience, complete with a completion certificate, is waiting for you. All you have to do is just ask LELAIL. Start the MCS Certified Solar PV Installer Taster course. It's a fully interactive, voice-first course available in over 100 languages, and you can find the whole shebang over at lelail.com. It really is the perfect way to start building that rock-solid foundation we've been talking about. And with that, we come to the end of our explainer, and I want to leave you with one final, very important question. Are you ready to master the graft and help power the UK's renewable future? We've walked through the staggering demand out there, the very real, honest, daily realities of roof work and heavy lifting, the genuine step-by-step pathway to getting properly qualified, and how to leverage modern tools to help you study. The opportunity in front of you is massively clear. The path is laid out. The only question left is, are you ready to take that very first foundational step? Thank you so much for joining me to explore this incredibly exciting topic today. I really hope this sparked your curiosity and gave you some real clarity. Now, get out there, start learning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.